everyone. On the 21st of September, the people of Edo State will march to the polls to elect a new governor. Well, it means that the governor sitting in office right now is not seeking re-election. So altogether, across the different political parties, there is going to be a need for a brand new face in the government house. But how ready is the electoral umpire for this exercise? And like I said, that it will conduct mock elections to test the beavers in selected areas in the state, and it has also come out to give specific figures of those who have collected their permanent voter cards so far. But the mock election exercise will be conducted on the 10th of September. That is going to be about 11 days before the election, and it's going to be conducted in the 3 senatorial districts. However, two different local government areas in each of the senatorial districts. So, Eguare Primary School, Eguare, Uwenije Primary School, Uwenije, this is in Asian Central. In Asian Southeast is Eguare Primary School, Ohimi, Eguare Okuyesan, and former LA School in Emu. And Edo North, the mock will be in Osokwe Yogbe, Institute of Continuing Education, Uwonwora Owerri Primary School, Holy Trinity Grammar School in Sabogida Ora. In Edo South, it's going to be in Okobaha and Oredo local government area. And there are 4 centers there where these elections are, these mock elections will happen. Of course, 3 Central District, 6 LGAs, 12 polling units. So I'm encouraging you to go out there on that day too, because INEC needs to know and get a feedback on how ready they are, especially with these machines and technologies they will be deploying for this election. Let's get talking about this. I'm being joined by the Chief Press Secretary to the INEC Chairman, Mr. Rotimi Oyèkánmi, joins us live here in our studio. Thanks so much, Rotimi, for joining us tonight. And it's good to see you.
Thank you for having me. Thanks.
How are you guys coping with all of the legal thoughts? It seems to be all of the political parties having one legal issues or the other.
It's unfortunate, but well, I think our wish is that they will find a way of resolving their differences rather than go to court. But eventually, I think they will resolve their differences.
Yeah. But is there anything INEC wants to say tonight in respect of any of the political parties and the status of their leadership as far as INEC is concerned?
No, you know, when a matter is in court, we don't join issues. And even if it's not in court, we reach out through the back channel. We prefer to have this alternative dispute resolution initiative for them to come and discuss, rather than join issues in public. But we don't have any. We know that healthy political parties is good for democracy, and when they have crisis, it's bad for democracy. So we are not happy, actually. So.
Well, it's certain that anyone whose name is not listed on the INEC website or whose leadership is not recognized is not duly also recognized by INEC as far as what you publish is concerned on your website. Is that the case?
That's the case.
Because that's a contention in ABGA and other political parties. ACORD also had a judgment where Professor Molay is asking court to recognize him as the chairman of the party. So he does look at the small, the big, and the so-called, the bigger ones, political parties are all having their own share of the leadership crisis. But talk to us. 2 elections are upon us. I know that there are a few by-elections that INEC will also have to conduct in the death of some lawmakers. But let's focus on Edo, which is the closest one to us, on the 21st of September. How ready is INEC?
Thank you very much. Normally, when we have elections like that, we release the timetable and schedule of activities. So for Edo governorship election, we did the same, 1 year ahead, as prescribed by the Electoral Act. And we listed 13 activities. We have so far implemented 10 out of the 13. And we have given the register of voters to the political parties participating in the election. We have conducted a continuous voter registration for those who turned 18 and those who didn't have the opportunity to register in Edo before now. And of course, those who also want to transfer their registration from other states to Edo and from other local governments, from different local governments to the one local government to the other, within the same state. And interestingly, Sheung, after the cleanup of the register, we then printed over 184,000 permanent voter cards. And then we made the cards available for collection in 192 wards, all the 192 wards in Edo State. And in 5 days, over 68% turned up to collect their PVCs. Now, that tells us something, that the people of Edo State have confidence in INEC, and they are, enthusiastic about the election, and that gives us confidence. It's really, really very heartening. And then we are going ahead as we speak. The PVCs are also available for collection in all the 18 local government offices till the first week of September. So they can take that
precisely on the 8th, until Sunday.
Yeah.
So your office will open on that Sunday.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It will be open on Sunday. So that we've been meeting with stakeholders. We've intensified at the state and local government levels. We are producing the accreditation tags of the observers right now. The portal for media accreditation is open. It will also close next week. So I want to encourage media organizations that have not applied to please go to our portal and do so. Sensitive materials, will be delivered at the right time, but all the non-sensitive materials have been sent in there. The beavers machine that we're going to use have been installed and configured, so they are ready. In fact, they were being charged as at the last time I heard about it. So we have confidence that everything will go well.
What about the one affected by the flood at the INEC?
They've been replaced. They've been replaced.
By new ones or from other places?
No, not new ones. We have, luckily for us, it's an off-season governorship election. So we were able to mobilize beavers machine from nearby states and have them configured by our asset department, and they are going to be used. You talked about the mock acquisition. That is extremely important to us. Like you said, we're having it in 12 polling units, 6 local governments, 3 senatorial districts. And we're expecting between 11 and 12,000 voters to come for accreditation. It's not voting, because voting will take place on 21st September. So it's just accreditation. And what we are going to do is to test run the beavers in those polling units. What does that mean? You come to the polling unit with your permanent voter's card, and then you are accredited and authenticated. Now, the result of that will also be uploaded to the INEC result viewing portal. And
is that active now? Is it working?
It is. It's working.
Because there were glitches on it the last time.
There was a glitch, but it has been resolved. So it's working.
100%.
100%. If you log on right now,
they're giving us the assurance, no glitch this time around.
No, there won't be glitch. But you see, we need to understand something about the IREF, and that's the misunderstanding that some Nigerians have. IREF is like a notice board. I often compare it with what you have in the stadium, the scoreboard in a stadium. It's like when 2 clubs are playing and one team scores a goal. Before the goal is scored, you will see 0-0 on the scoreboard, right? But when team A scores, it's reflected. If team B equalizes, it's also reflected. So there is a cause and effect, right? In the same manner, after election has been conducted, results announced, the presiding officer is required to snap the polling unit from ECAT with the beavers and then upload, right? But the result has already been declared. A copy has already been given to the party agent. So they already have the result. So it is the same thing, just a picture of it that is uploaded, so that everybody that is logged or that has the protocols to log on to that IREF can then see, what has been uploaded. It is not a collation device. It is not electronic voting.
What it allows it for also is for transparency.
It's for transparency.
Yeah, that whatever INEC is doing or whatever INEC has, the Nigerian people also has, because have it. You will look at what happened, for example, in South Africa. At their election, you see how people are able to sit down and watch, like the scoreboard that you talked about,
right,
seamlessly using technology. And when we wonder how is it so difficult that Nigeria, that is a senior brother Some of us were in secondary school when we helped South Africa in their political turmoil. And here they are. It does look like in the electoral process, they've gone way ahead of us in so many areas. So the question will be, why is it so difficult that INEC is unable to resolve all of these issues using technology that is available?
Technology is good. We have no doubt about it. It has helped the work of INEC. But I always say so also that technology is not a silver bullet. It doesn't solve all problems. Check the big techs all around the world. Either it is Facebook or X, former Twitter, or Instagram. They have what they call downtime. We've had situations where, you could not access Facebook for 24 hours. And these are global tech companies that have what it takes not to even have glitches. You have a phone, and your phone sometimes can misbehave. It can have glitches. So that's the way it is. Nobody plans for failure. Even the South Africa you referred to, initially they had a glitch before they were able to correct it. But people don't report that. They just talk about, they were able to do this. We had a glitch, but it was corrected. And those results are on IREF as I speak. The presidential election results are there for people who want to see them. So we are ready. We've learned our lessons. And we are sure, by the way, this is the third governorship election we are conducting in Edo. This commission has had the privilege to conduct we conducted the first one, 2016, where it came out well. The second one, 2020, came out well. Now we are going for the third one. And you could see, like I said, from the way the good people of Edo State have collected their PVCs, they are confident because they've experienced us before. So I'm sure that everything will go fine.
So talk to us about some of the things that we are learning as to those people that Nigerian voters need to hold accountable, because it is not Mahmoud Yakubu in Abuja or the INEC rec in Edo State sitting in Benin that is responsible, for example, for one of the polling units in Ipobaha, because they cannot be everywhere at the same time. But these people that are allegedly or supposedly manipulated, used by politicians or by any other person who wants to circumvent or subvert the process, how are we able to ensure that we hold these people accountable? And a lot of them, Mr. Oyekomi, do not write their name legibly. They do not transmit this legibly. The question is, are they not properly trained? Because for IREF, that is supposed to serve as a transparent window for the Nigerian people to use, you then upload an unreadable document onto the IREF, which is useless for the Nigerian people to see.
First of all our actions are guided by the Constitution, the Electoral Act, and our regulations and guidelines. Now, when we hire ad hoc staff, we train them. And they are also aware of our regulations and guidelines. At the polling unit level, the presiding officer and his assistant, they know exactly what to do. The election is conducted. After that, the votes are counted. After that, they are declared. And after that, the next level of collation, they take it there. After giving the results to those who the law recognizes that the results should be given to. What I want to say is that if anybody refuses to follow these rules and regulations, it will be held responsible. We have internal mechanisms to do that. So in the chain of command from the polling unit up to the level where the results will be declared, in this case, in the State Collation Center, where the results of the governorship election will be declared, if anybody refuses or chooses to circumvent the system, there is a way we find out, and there are penalties for
So
this.
the question will be whether if INEC realizes at the moment when the election has been called, whether INEC can reverse itself as now being amended by in the Electoral Act, that what used to happen is become a fait accompli, but the Electoral Act has been amended to the extent that if there's anyone who make a mistake, INEC can reverse itself and make a correction on election result.
That's exactly
so that's
what
the
I'm
question
saying.
that people are asking. Will INEC be able to be fair to come forward and say there was an error, there's someone who wanted to do this, and we're going to reverse it?
You know, we have internal mechanisms to cross-check all the processes. And, you know, I don't want to go through, you know, the nitty-gritty of what we do, because some of these things are also security issues. But I'm saying that from the polling unit to the collation centers to where the results will be declared, we have internal mechanisms. So you can't manufacture votes or pictures. You have to provide evidence. For instance, all the polling unit results will go to the ward for collation. From there to the local government for collation. From there, and like I said, every political party participating in this election must have agents there. So I don't see how agents of political party will be there and they will allow anybody, whether it is ad hoc staff or not ad hoc staff.
So you're saying party agents should be vigilant?
They should be vigilant. It's their responsibility, because they have the right under law to witness what is going on. And they can also object to whatever is wrong that has happened there. And all political parties know this. So those internal mechanisms with the oversight that the party agents will have will not allow, you know, unethical things to happen. And on our own side, you know, we learn every day, you know, for anything that is unfortunate that happened in any election, we have a way of dealing with it.
So there is a question Mary is asking on social media here, and it makes me laugh, and I wanted to almost read out some of the questions that I'm seeing and what people are saying. But the fundamental question is whether Nigerians can trust INEC again.
Well, I'll go back to what I said about collection of PVCs and our previous conduct of governorship election in Edo State, right? We have done very well in Edo State, and the people of Edo know and they trust us. I think that the issue of trust in Nigeria is not, you know, restricted to INEC. I think Nigerians have trust issues with everything public. When you say public institution, do you know that if Nigerians go to the ATM and withdraw money, they will still count the money whether it is complete? You know? Is ATM machine pays you money, you still count. What does that tell you? They don't even trust the ATM machine. So I don't know what can be done to change the mind of Nigerians. So it's not the issue of INEC. Even if you bring an angel from heaven to conduct election in this country, Nigerians will suspect that this angel, are you doing the right thing? But you know, we will continue.
It's a black angel, Nigerians.
we will continue to do our best.
All right.
And we are open, and we'll continue to encourage Nigerians to the oversight. In fact, INEC is the most scrutinized institution in this country, and we love it because it keeps us on our toes. And the fact that they are on our neck is also forcing us to look at what we are doing again and ensure that we do it in the right manner.
Rotimi, thank you so much. Rotimi Oyekomi is the Chief Press Secretary to the INEC Chairman. Thank you so much for shedding light. And of course, we'll be hoping and looking at how INEC is doing all of this ahead of the governorship election.